What's up everybody and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we have a brand new theory for you guys for Avengers Endgame as well as Avengers Infinity War. Credit where credit is due, this theory was originally brought up on Reddit and later produced by Screen Rant. But for this video I hope to add a little bit more insight into the theory and exactly why I think it makes total sense. So without further ado, let's get into it, but real quick, there is a reminder that the Infinity War giveaway concludes at 250k. So if you haven't done so yet, please enter that. There's a brand new theory making its way around the internet that explains exactly why there was only 1 in 14 million ways that the Avengers could truly win. This was pretty confusing for me as well as others, as at several points in Infinity War the Avengers come really close to defeating Thanos. They come exceptionally close to beating Thanos on Titan with the help of Mantis and others. And then even later on in the movie with Thor and Stormbreaker, where if Thor had only gone for the head, Thanos would have been defeated. This is why it's so interesting that there's only one possibility and one outcome where the Avengers win. Well, the theory basically poses, what if this isn't the case? What if there are multiple versions where the Avengers actually manage to defeat Thanos? It's just this 1 in 14 million that produces the most desirable outcome. That desirable outcome being the Infinity Stones themselves. Doctor Strange, besides nearly anybody else in the MCU, knows the true power and danger of the Infinity Stone. It's highlighted in Guardians of the Galaxy that only one of the Infinity Stones has been responsible for the deaths of millions. The Power Stone has been used in the past to completely massacre planets, and the other Infinity Stones are just as dangerous. So what if there was a whole lot more to Doctor Strange's plan than we all realize? What if Thanos himself actually played into the ideal future of the MCU, and in some way eliminated the greatest threat of the Marvel Universe, that being the Infinity Stone? As if all of the Infinity Stones are still around in a physical form, they're still just as dangerous, and leaves room for someone else down the line to eventually reclaim all 6 of the stones and do what Thanos ultimately succeeded in himself, redo the snap, or perhaps even something far more sinister. As we learned in the beginning of Avengers Endgame, after Thanos completed his goal, he got rid of the Infinity Stone, or more accurately, changed them into a form of matter that was less accessible. As we know in his own words, he reduced them to atoms. As the Russo brothers would later explain, you can't really outright destroy any of the Infinity Stone. They can simply change form, again, into atoms, being far less accessible. So this theory leads to the explanation that Thanos needed to win an Infinity War to lead to the most ideal outcome for the Avengers and the entire universe. That ideal outcome being that he was set to destroy the Infinity Stones after he completed his goal, and eliminating that major threat from the prime MCU timeline. By the end of Avengers Endgame, Doctor Strange does actually achieve this ideal timeline. Thanos is gone, all the people that were snapped away return, and they get to live in a world without the threat of Infinity Stone, which is why this aspect of Doctor Strange's plan makes complete sense, as Doctor Strange, being able to look into the future, would full well know that this is the most desirable outcome and that the Infinity Stones would be destroyed, nullifying that threat for the future and nullifying the greatest threat of the MCU. Maybe in Doctor Strange's mind, this was the only pure victory, living in a universe where there are very few sacrifices bar Tony Stark and Black Widow, and where all of the Infinity Stones are destroyed, and the Infinity Stones from the other timelines and other realities that are formed are eventually returned back to them, mending that rift that was formed after the Infinity Stones were returned, just as the Ancient One described. Again, I actually really enjoy this theory, and believe it very possibly could be true. The idea that Doctor Strange wanted to accomplish the most ultimate version of success by destroying not only Thanos, but the stones as well, deeming all of them too dangerous, despite the fact that the Time Stone actually saved Strange before. But what are your guys' thoughts on this theory, and do you guys ultimately agree with it? Do you guys think it was Doctor Strange's original plan to have all of the stones destroyed, and that for that to happen, Thanos needed to be removed from the universe and destroy the stones themselves? And do you think this is why there were so little chances, 1 in 14 million, for the most desirable outcome? I'm really interested to hear all of your thoughts on this in the comments down below. And if it is true, this makes Doctor Strange's plan way more interesting and complex. Again guys, just a brief reminder about the giveaway. You will be able to choose which Infinity War hot toy you actually want, which is again a highly detailed figure. The rules for that are as follows. All you have to do in order to enter is like our video, subscribe, turn on notifications, and tell me below what your favorite moment in Endgame was. Thank you guys as always so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button to assemble and join our team, and have a great day.